What happens when a celebrity transformation becomes bigger than the career that made them famous? In Hollywood, rapid weight loss is now creating a new kind of fascination and a new kind of concern. Familiar faces look sharper, thinner, sometimes almost changed overnight, leaving fans asking, what is health and what is pressure? Today we uncover 7 stories behind the Ozempic era where fame, image, honesty, and private choices collide. Subscribe now because the final story may challenge everything today. Oprah Winfrey. Oprah Winfrey's story carries unusual weight because few public figures have spoken so openly about health, self-improvement, and emotional struggle for as long as she has. For decades, viewers watched Oprah discuss weight confidence, dieting, shame, discipline, and healing on national television. She did not present herself as perfect. She made vulnerability part of her connection with millions. That history is why her recent transformation became such a major cultural moment. After years of being closely associated with Weight Watchers, including investing in the company and becoming one of its most recognizable faces, Oprah appeared noticeably slimmer. Soon afterward, she stepped away from her formal role with the brand, and the timing made people pay attention. Speculation grew quickly. Was it a stricter routine, a new lifestyle, or something else? Eventually, Oprah acknowledged that a modern weight loss medication had become part of her health journey. She framed the decision not as a shortcut, but as support after years of weight fluctuation and public scrutiny. For many fans, the revelation felt complicated. Oprah had long encouraged personal responsibility, emotional work, and healthy habits. Yet she also reminded people that medicine can be part of care, especially when old methods fail again and again. Her story keeps viewers watching because it sits at the center of the Ozempic-era debate. Is this empowerment, surrender, honesty, or evolution? Oprah Winfrey reminds audiences that health journeys are rarely simple. Even the most trusted voices can change their approach with time. And sometimes the most powerful admission is that willpower alone was never the whole story. In Hollywood, that truth can feel startling because every private decision becomes a lesson about beauty, aging, and control. Sharon Osbourne. Sharon Osbourne's transformation attracted intense attention because she has always been known for saying what others avoid. For decades, audiences watched her as the sharp, outspoken force behind the Osbournes, a television personality who mixed humor, honesty, and blunt opinions without much concern for public comfort. That directness made her Ozempic story especially important. When Sharon appeared noticeably thinner in recent years, fans reacted with surprise and concern. Her cheeks looked more hollow, her frame appeared much smaller, and the change seemed rapid enough to spark immediate discussion. Unlike many celebrities, Sharon did not hide behind vague explanations. She openly confirmed that she had used Ozempic as part of her weight loss journey. Her honesty made the story more powerful. Sharon said the results came quickly, perhaps faster than she expected. She reportedly lost around 40 pounds, but later admitted she had become thinner than intended and struggled to regain some weight. That admission changed the conversation from simple transformation to cautionary experience. Her story became connected to the phrase Ozempic face used to describe the leaner, more hollow appearance that can follow sudden weight loss. For older viewers, her case may feel especially relatable because aging, facial volume, and health decisions often intersect in complicated ways. Sharon Osbourne keeps audiences watching because she does not present the medication as magic. She talks about the benefits, but also the consequences. Her journey reminds viewers that quick results can bring unexpected challenges, and that balance matters more than dramatic before and after photos. In a culture obsessed with fast change, Sharon's candor offers a rare warning from someone who lived through it publicly. That honesty may be valuable transformation today. Scott Disick. Scott Disick became famous as the witty, unpredictable figure orbiting the Kardashian world, building a persona around luxury sarcasm and the self-styled title Lord Disick. For years, viewers associated him with sharp humor, expensive taste, and a reality television lifestyle that looked carefree from the outside. But recent appearances changed the conversation. By late 2023, longtime fans began noticing that Scott looked significantly slimmer. His face appeared more hollow, his frame looked more fragile, and the shift felt dramatic enough to spark concern rather than simple praise. Online viewers questioned whether he was dealing with health issues, emotional strain, or the effects of modern weight loss trends. Speculation intensified after some fans believed they spotted medication resembling Ozempic in his refrigerator during a show episode. Reports later suggested Scott may have explored weight loss medication after gaining weight while recovering from a serious back injury following a 2022 car accident. While the initial results may have seemed encouraging, continued weight loss shifted public reaction into worry. What makes Scott's story compelling is that it reflects how quickly admiration can become alarm. A slimmer look can be celebrated at first, but when the face begins to look drawn or the body appears too reduced, fans start asking different questions. More recently, Scott has appeared healthier and more balanced, suggesting he may have pulled back from more extreme measures. His journey keeps viewers watching because it reveals the fine line between improvement and excess. Scott Disick reminds audiences that celebrity weight loss is rarely just about appearance. Behind every headline may be injury, insecurity, pressure, recovery, and the difficult search for control in public life. That balance can be hard today privately. Rebel Wilson. Rebel Wilson's transformation became widely discussed because her earlier image was so closely tied to Hollywood comedy. For years, audiences loved her for bold confidence, sharp timing, and roles that often pushed against traditional beauty standards. In Pitch Perfect, her character turned size into part of the joke, but also part of the power. That history made her year of health feel significant. Around 2020, Rebel began sharing a steady weight loss journey that changed how fans saw her. She appeared slimmer, stronger, and noticeably different from the image many audiences had connected to her career. Public reaction was immediate. Many praised her commitment to wellness, while others wondered whether Hollywood pressure had quietly played a role. Rebel has consistently described her transformation as rooted in lifestyle changes, medical guidance, improved sleep, regular exercise, and a high-protein approach. She also emphasized that her goal was long-term health, particularly as she looked toward motherhood and a new chapter in life. Still, because Ozempic became such a major part of celebrity weight loss conversations, speculation followed her too. That is the reality of modern fame. Even when someone explains their journey, the public often keeps questioning the method. Rebel Wilson keeps viewers watching because her story raises a deeper issue. Was the transformation about health reinvention or freedom from an image Hollywood once profited from? Perhaps it was all of those things at once. Her journey reminds audiences that change can be empowering but also complicated. When a celebrity's body becomes part of their brand, any transformation becomes more than personal. It becomes a public conversation about identity, expectation, and who gets to decide what success looks like after fame changes everything. Meghan Trainor. Meghan Trainor's transformation drew attention because her career began with one of the clearest body confidence messages in modern pop. When All About That Bass became a massive hit in 2014, it was more than catchy. It told listeners that they did not need to shrink themselves to be beautiful, and that message reached millions of young fans. For years, Meghan was associated with curves, confidence, and rejecting narrow standards. That is why her recent slimmer appearance created such a strong reaction. At the Billboard Women in Music event in 2025, fans noticed a more defined waist and noticeably leaner frame. Photos circulated quickly, and the conversation became bigger than one red carpet moment. Some people praised her dedication to health. Others questioned whether the transformation contradicted the message she once represented. As Ozempic rumors became common around celebrity weight loss, speculation followed Meghan too. She has not confirmed using Ozempic, but she has spoken about focusing on strength, energy, and long-term wellness after motherhood. She has described working with nutrition professionals, maintaining fitness routines, and making sustainable changes. She also mentioned relying on science and support, a phrase that many fans interpreted in different ways. Meghan Trainor keeps audiences watching because her story sits inside a difficult cultural contradiction. Can someone celebrate body positivity and still choose to change? The honest answer is yes, but the public may still struggle with it. Her journey reminds viewers that bodies evolve, messages evolve, and health decisions are personal. But when a celebrity becomes the voice of self-acceptance, every visible change becomes part of a larger debate about authenticity, pressure, and trust in the spotlight today publicly. Kelly Osbourne. Kelly Osbourne has lived under cameras for most of her life, first becoming widely known through The Osbournes in the early 2000s. With her punk-style purple hair, bold makeup, and outspoken personality, she became a fan favorite because she seemed unfiltered and real. But growing up publicly also meant her struggles were rarely private. Over the years, Kelly spoke openly about addiction rehabilitation, body image, and the pressure of being judged in front of millions. That honesty made her later transformation even more noticeable. In recent appearances, she looked dramatically different with a slimmer face, sharper features, and a more refined image than the rebellious teenager many viewers remembered. Kelly has credited discipline, healthier habits, and long-term lifestyle changes for her weight loss. She has also acknowledged undergoing weight loss surgery in the past, which played a role in her journey. Still, speculation around Ozempic and similar medications followed her, especially after she spoke positively about modern weight loss injections in interviews. Adding to the public curiosity, her mother Sharon has openly discussed using Ozempic, making fans even more eager to connect the dots. Kelly herself has not confirmed using the medication, but the conversation continues because her transformation is so visible. Kelly Osbourne keeps viewers watching because her story combines personal recovery, public pressure, and family visibility. She has changed physically, but the deeper story is about surviving judgment from a young age. Her journey reminds audiences that transformation can be about health confidence and rebuilding. But when someone grows up famous, even healing becomes public evidence for strangers to inspect, debate, and interpret through their own assumptions about beauty and control today. Julia Fox. Julia Fox has built a public image around unpredictability, which makes every change in her appearance feel like part of a larger mystery. After breaking through in Uncut Gems, she quickly became known not only as an actress, but as a fashion provocateur. Her daring outfits, experimental makeup, and fearless public persona made her impossible to ignore. Because Julia's look is already so stylized, even subtle physical changes can spark discussion. In recent years, observers noticed that her cheekbones appeared sharper, her jawline more defined, and her overall frame slimmer. The shift was not as dramatic as some celebrity transformations, but it was enough to ignite speculation. As Ozempic became linked to rapid Hollywood weight loss, online conversations naturally pulled Julia into the trend. Some suggested medication. Others pointed to cosmetic enhancement, intense styling, lighting, motherhood, or the natural effects of a demanding schedule. Julia addressed the rumors directly in an interview, denying that she used such medication and saying she would not take a drug intended for diabetes patients. Still, public curiosity remained. With Julia Fox, mystery almost feels built into the brand. She understands how images travel, how speculation grows, and how visual shock keeps people watching. Her story is compelling because it shows how modern fame works. Sometimes the public does not need proof. It only needs a photograph and a theory. Julia Fox reminds audiences that not every transformation has one simple explanation. In the age of social media, perception can become more powerful than fact, and a slightly different face can launch an entire conversation about beauty, medicine, performance, and the cost of staying visible today in public online nightly. These 7 stories show that celebrity transformations are never just about size or photos. Behind every slimmer frame is pressure, health image, and a personal decision the public may never fully understand. Which transformation surprised you most, and which story felt most honest? Share your thoughts. Below, subscribe for more respectful celebrity deep dives, and stay with us for the next revealing Hollywood journey coming soon in 2026 Today Again.